So let me just move the pin around a little bit and confirm my booking. So I'm going to confirm the pickup point. Now this is something called a Stripe element. So the Stripe element supports Apple Pay, Google Pay. Say it can save your card, you can add a new card, so it supports multiple payment methods. But all of that depends on the region you're operating in. So currently it doesn't support Apple Pay, Google Pay in India, so that's why it doesn't show up. I can add a new card if I want, right? Or I can just go back and select one of my saved cards, right? So I can do either one of them. So I'm going to select a save card, click on Pay. Order. Confirm scheme. And I can see the booking on my dispatch as well. So if I click here, I can see the booking right on top, right? I can see the vehicle, I can see the pickup and the drop. And if I go back on the app, it's for here, and on the dispatch, I can see that it's assigned. So I can see exactly who the driver is, and I can see the same thing on the customer app. And you can see that you have plus one more stop. So if the customer wants to manage the stop, remove a stop, add a new stop, they can do it from here. And if they want to text the driver, they can do it from here as well. So we have real-time messaging built into this. If the customer wants to cancel the booking, they can see what they can state the reason, and based on the reason, the cancellation fee would be charged or not charged. It also depends on how long the booking has gone on for. Right now, for every booking, we generate an OTP. So that OTP has to be shared with the driver when they get to you. So now let me go back on the driver app. I can see the text message in real time. The driver can at any point call the customer up as well, and we've got the number masking feature with Twilio, and we also have the app-to-app calling, so that would anyway mask the customer's number. So when the driver arrives, he can say, I have arrived, and that would be updated on the customer app as well, and a waiting timer would start. So you can also set up a waiting fee in case a customer makes you wait for too long. There could be a fee charge, and the customer would be informed. When the customer meets the driver, they need to share the OTP. So when the driver wants to start their trip, they need to enter the OTP that the customer has. And this is a security feature just to ensure that the right driver is picking up the customer, the right rider is taking the trip. So the driver can then start the trip. So this is updated on the customer app in real time. So all of this is happening in real time, and we can see that it's stop 1 of 2. So the first stop is the railway station road. So it's done a route optimization, and it tells the driver that, hey, this is the guy you need to pick up first. So once he's ready, he says slide complete first stop. So that, right? And I can say slide towards the drop. Now he's going to the second stop. So if I go back on the customer app, it says pass stop 1, and I can now see that it's making its way to the next stop. So once the trip is ended, they can say slide to end right. And since it's paid on the card, the customer is not, the driver doesn't have to collect any cash from the customer. And you may have noticed that the trip disappeared from the dispatch portal as well, because it's now free. The drive is free, the trip is complete. The driver can confirm, rate the customer, and that should be done. And he's now free to take another trip. If I go back to the customer app, I can see that the trip is ended. I get the fee. I can also see a receipt with a breakdown of the whole trip itself. I can email the receipt, download the PDF. We have both options. I can also leave a review for the driver in case he was useful, and I can submit that. That's the complete the trip journey on the Carry rideshare app from the pickup to drop. Now we've also added some cool tiny features, but very useful ones. If I change the pickup point to the airport, right, and I try to book a trip, let's say, let me just do that quickly, and let me see if I want to schedule one. So I can schedule a trip for today. Let's schedule it for like 9:45. I'm gonna schedule a trip. Here you notice that there's some special pickup points, right? So we can plot special pickup points on the map for certain locations. That just makes it easier for us to, tell the driver exactly where to pick the customer up from. And we can also set up special fees. So for the airport, we can set up a special pickup fee or a special drop fee. That's just to manage any airport charges that are applicable. So that is something that we can manage. And again, this is completely dynamic. We could be set up for, different spots, and all of them can be done from the admin panel. Now, we also have options to set up like taxes and everything. All of that can be managed from the admin as well, along with operation regions. So let's say there are certain regions that the app doesn't operate. You can red flag them. They call them red zones. And then if the drop or a pickup is in the red zone, then no vehicles would show up because we do not operate in those zones. And all of that can also be managed from the back end, right? Now, we can also manage things like queuing of drivers. We have zones, let's say in the airport, it's first in, first out. So a driver who comes into the airport zone first will be given the first booking, right? So we have that queue dispatch system as well in the system, and that can be managed from the admin panel for specific locations. So the app is in some sense completely dynamic, and we've deployed it at a reasonably large scale for certain customers. We've done thousands of trips a day, and it's working like a charm. We can also support different map providers depending on region, right? Like in India, we have a few map providers. We support those. We can support ETAs from different services as well. So all of that is dynamic again. So let me just do a quick schedule booking and show you how that works. So I'm gonna do a quick schedule booking. Just take that. Payment method, it's not just
order.
Again, that
Order.
can be localized based on, right? So I can see that on the dispatch, right? And if I go back to the driver app, I can see that it's a upcoming booking. I mean, on the rider app, I see that as a scheduled booking. Now, just for the sake of demo, I'll show you how it works manually. So, if it was auto dispatch, a few minutes before the time of pickup, the system would dispatch the booking to all the drivers nearby, and they would get it based on their proximity, just like how it works on an ASAP dispatch.